Hi, my name is Bill, and this is my geographic final subject. In this subject, I'm going to talk about me as a person who can change the whole world in a geographic way. The first part is about my own experience with geographic. What places are important for me and how those places have impacted me. After that, I will try to find a way to impact the whole world as an interconnection relationship. So let's start. Talk about the place where it has impacted me a lot, the answer must be Shenzhen. Although the absolute distance between me and Shenzhen is 10,248 kilometers, but deep in my heart, Shenzhen is like my second hometown. I'm always keep a close distance with this city. The reason I describe Shenzhen in this way is that my life has been totally changed by a person and he grew up in Shenzhen. Honestly, I cannot go that far without him, and I'm not even trying to talk smoothly. I mean that. Before I meet him, I'm kinda oversensitive and looks like the other in the crowd. But things got changed after I meet him. He's the kind of person who are totally magnificent. Someone who walks into a room and lights it up like the sun. With this kind of magic energy, I start to foster my personality in a better way. With his inclusive heart, I start to see my shortcomings and try to overcome it. With the feeling of being visible, I try to be a better person. I always believe that every city has its own personality, in geographic way, the cultural region. This cultural atmosphere impact him and also influence me through this friendship. For me, the charm of Shenzhen, in other words, the common culture trait is the strong sense of inclusion and the respect of individuals. It feels like I can decide my lifestyle and no one can judge me for this. Also, Shenzhen encourage everyone fight for their own life and to be creative and critical thinking. This is exactly what I gather in Shenzhen, and I really thank this place provide this opportunity to me to feel and learn those common sense knowledge. Hangzhou is the next special place in my list. I went to Hangzhou with my father as a business trip, and this trip is kinda like a milestone for me. Before the day, my father always treated me like a childish person, someone who only wanted to have fun in his life. But within this trip, my father was totally shocked by my creativity and other personality I showed up. Finally, he was willing to view me as a mature adult, not just a boy. After the business trip, I stayed in Hangzhou for a few days as a break. Before I share my experience, let me show you some photos. This is the West Lake as a cultural landscape. Can you imagine that this lake located in the downtown of Hangzhou? Therefore, I say that Hangzhou is a quiet ecological city. You can see the sustainable relationship between equality, economy, and environment. In China, we often believe that human beings are shaped by land around them, not only city but also including environment. In Hangzhou, I can feel their unique personality, that they're polite and tender, but also politeable, just like water. It also reminds me the interconnection relationship between people and place. Its own inhabitants give enough respect to environment and protect it well. Vice versa, the environment provides its own ecosystem service as a general gift and has its own way for supporting its own inhabitants in cultural way. Let us back to Shenzhen. In 2016, I went to Shenzhen for Stone Electronic Music Festival. What I feel in this music festival is that culture is not always tied to place, just like university culture. You might not believe that electronic music is kind of culture, but actually I do believe that I'm encouraged to be positive and brave to speak my own voice and shoulder my emotion because of electronic music. I know we're just strangers, but in here, with a close social distance, with this shared cultural trait, we are together tonight. The most important place in my list is here, Vancouver. As an international student, I really think my parents gave me this opportunity to see a wider world. Vancouver also gave me an opportunity to accept different social norms, the strong sense of inclusion, and the freedom to be yourself. In addition, I'm inspired a lot in university. I'm not just gathering knowledge and experience in this place, but also it encouraged me to think more, do more, and speak more. I'm not satisfied for the knowledge I got in the courses. I start to pay attention to things what I have previously ignored, what I assume I cannot figure out. I start to realize that the thing itself is not important. The value, sign, and ideology behind the thing is far more worth to dig into. That is exactly why I learned from Vancouver. So, what can I do to impact the world? In my own opinion, generally, culture is a strong value system that is shared and used by the majority of cultural groups. Who we are, what we want, and what we do can determine to a large extent what society and culture allow. But not just value system. Culture is also knowledge that transmits generation by generation. It includes memory and history and just shape us to the person who we are. So it is more like a two-way relationship between people and culture. So back to the question, what can I do to impact the world? Why we should speak loudly for those things that we believe is true, to separate those ideas to more people, to influence them. I believe that knowledge will not treat us existing if people just lock their wisdom inside and do not share with others. To separate our knowledge, our wise ideas to others, to keep those outcomes from human brain exist in this planet without the limitation of lifespan. Based on this idea, I put my whole effort to learn more and think more in order to foster my own value system and have my conclusion independently. Therefore, I can separate those ideas to others. Right now, I have an official account in the Chinese app. Up to now, I already wrote some articles about social events like consumerism, big data, and surrogacy. The page view is not that high, just dozens of people, but I will think that my article might influence their life, and these feelings encourage me to keep going, because every little may a miracle. I always think, what is culture? What makes culture? Culture is a series of shared social norms and ideas and created by major people. I try to speak my words to this world. I speak for things I believe. I speak for events I care. I speak for people and groups I understand. If my articles can influence as much as people I can, if my ideas can be accepted by my subscribers and influence their value system, if my idea can make this society more gentle and rational as a common social norm, even just a little bit, I would be glad to say that I impact the world, because every little counts.